Many of us are from the broadcast era, and in that era, the marketer held the microphone. And if he could afford the media time, his voice would be heard. Seems like things have changed today, at least when you're trying to reach the digital consumer. This digital consumer controls the world. She controls what voices she will let in and what voices she will block. She controls all the touch points that lead to her, and you will need her permission to reach her. She is more than ready to give you that permission if you're willing to befriend her and add value to her life. The question we need to ask ourselves is, how do we do that? Just like in the offline world, to befriend her, you will need to get to know her. You will need to connect with her on the touch points she prefers, with the sole intention of adding value to her life, to give her the relevant and contextual information she is seeking. We are at a period of transition, and you can create a need for your product on any of the touch points. As a matter of fact, even the traditional points are still very valuable, depending of course on the kind of consumer you're chasing. But the real problem happens in the next few stages of the sales cycle. Typically, the digital consumer will look for information once the interest in your product is sparked. This is the time when content kicks in, and depending on which stage of the sales cycle the consumer is at, you will need to customize content. For example, at the discovery stage, you may need to educate them about your product. At the consideration stage, demo videos or case studies may be important. And at the decision stage, maybe price comparisons or testimonials would be invaluable. Hence, a granular understanding of your consumer has become absolutely critical in the world of today. More than ever before, winning and losing is now predicated on how much effort you have taken to make your consumer the center of your universe. Fortunately, this is a two-way street, and your consumer is constantly doing a tap dance on digital platforms. What you need are tools and teams who can decode this tap dance into vital consumer data and create relevant and contextual content to serve the consumer in real time. The story doesn't end here. Even after the sale is done, this consumer still needs to be the center of your universe, because this consumer of today is your protagonist of tomorrow. She is connected on social media platforms and has the ability to influence her peers. Create a magic moment for her and she will share her joy. You have to create processes to recognize her and reward her and build her into a strong ally. I do believe that in the long run, it is your consumer's voice that will really decide what your brand stands for. It might be a good idea to keep the focus on her.